Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Bob Mayo, and it's my privilege and my honor to assist in this groundbreaking ceremony event here at TACO this morning. This is a very special day for TACO, as the project we're about to break ground on represents the largest project in the company's 91-year history, a project designed to secure the company's future growth right here in Rhode Island. This project represents the company's commitment to its employees, to the HVAC industry, to the city of Cranston, and to the state of Rhode Island. It's a very special day indeed for John White and his family as he leads this great company that his grandfather started back in 1920 with one product and 3 employees. So to begin our program, let me introduce the man of the hour, the one and only John Hazen White, Jr.
Thank you. What a great day for TACO and for all of us individually, and I think for the state of Rhode Island and for our industry and the people who buy our products and depend on us. This is a great moment because I think as we move ahead in a few minutes and move a little dirt around and then begin a project of this scope, we set this little company up to grow to a whole new level. First and foremost is my commitment, as you all know, to you and to these jobs and to all of our families and all we've worked to grow and achieve over 20 years of my natural life. I think from the standpoint of the state of Rhode Island and the city of Cranston, it's important for people to take a positive approach to difficult situations. We are in a difficult time economically. We have been for a long time, and we probably will be for some time longer. But I don't think that people like us can sit back and wait for those times to correct themselves. I think at some point it's our duty as Americans, as good people, to step forward and have courage. Courage to do what's right, not just for us, but for those around us. And you know, as I've told you so many times, everything I do with you in mind. And you've allowed me to have the courage to make this decision. So this is the most exciting day, I think, in my career. We'll have fun, and we'll do some good things together once again, and it's exciting, as I said, for TACO and for all of us and for the state of Rhode Island. It's particularly exciting to me because a little bit later, when we move some of the dirt, I get to do it on that. That was my insistence and my choice. Does that surprise anybody? So, but anyway, listen, it's so great to have all of us out here. I mean, what a glorious, glorious day. It's a great moment. Thank you so very much, and God bless you all.
Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. The city of Cranston is committed to the TACO family. When I say family, I don't just mean John, who I've gotten to know the past few years, and his family, and immediate family. What I mean is each and every employee that walks through the halls of those buildings and do what they do every single day. The TACO family is an integral part of the city of Cranston. And we are honored here to have John, your family, deeply committed to our great city. That means a lot to all of us. And it means business is back. And it means Cranston will always be here, open for business, making sure that this family stays the important part of the community that it has been and will continue to be for generations to come.
Thank you very much, Senator, Mayor, John, other elected officials, and each and every person here today. John is proving that he has faith in each and every one of you, because it's easy to pick up stakes and move offshore and say manufacturing is over in the United States. He doesn't believe that because he knows each and every one of you. He has faith in his family, in his employees, that they can compete with anyone in the world. And TACO has proven that. John, I knew your dad. He allowed me to campaign in my old days through this factory, and he would be extraordinarily proud of you today. And we all are proud of John because he's a true Rhode Island citizen. If you care about the place you live, you have to speak up and speak out. And we all know that John can do that. And even when we don't agree with him, and I hate to admit it, there's an occasion when we might not agree, we are proud that he's committed to Rhode Island, that this is what citizenship is about, is standing up and saying what you believe in. And he backs up his good citizenship with this investment today. On behalf of the governor, we're grateful to each and every one of you out there, and we're extraordinarily grateful to John and TACO for their commitment to our state. And I just, on behalf of the governor, wish you every success with this wonderful project. Thank you.
Well, I'm very, very honored to join my colleagues in government on this sunny, happy, good news day to thank and congratulate the TACO family and John Hazen White Jr. and his family on really two things that strike me on this day. One is the vote of confidence in Rhode Island's future that this investment represents. The other thing that is very much with me today, in addition to the vote of confidence, is a thread of memory. And it's a thread of memory that goes back to John Hazen White Sr. and his wife, Happy, who were so important in so many issues that have been critical at various junctures in Rhode Island. From things that have made a difference in people's quality of life, like supporting the Rhode Island Symphony so strongly, to being engaged in some of the great economic issues of the time, like the workers' compensation reform of, gosh, it's been 20 years ago now, to the long battle over separation of powers that John Hazen White Sr. was such a leader in. There is a tradition in this family, to use John's words back at him, of maintaining a positive approach to difficult situations. And so, as Richard said, I think that this would be a day when John's mom and dad would be extraordinarily proud of the choice that he has made with this company to take that positive approach through this difficult situation. I am confident that it will pay off, and I am absolutely certain that we who have the ability to make decisions to affect this project at the state, municipal, and federal level will do everything in our power to vindicate the positive choice that John Hazen White Jr. has made today, and to be with you and with the TACO family as this project goes forward, and to continued success, continued prosperity, and continued growth for this great Rhode Island company. Thank you very, very much.
Boy, I'm just happy to be here with all these big shots. It's kind of nice. I'm just a writer. I write for the magazines in the industry. I've written a couple of books, and good friend of the family. And that came about because one day I was wanting to meet Mr. White, Johnny's dad. And you see, I was collecting great old timers. I wanted to meet him while he was still on this side of the lawn. So I would go to factories and I would want to meet people that were instrumental in the building of this industry, which everybody needs. Everybody needs to be warm in the winter, cool in the summer. And that's what we do. There's hardworking people who are the customers and the hardworking people in the plant. So I called John, and we were really just getting to know each other at that point. And I asked him if I could drive from Long Island up to here and meet his dad. So he said, sure. And I did that. It's 3.5 hours, and I got here, and I knocked on the door, and John invited me in, and he told me that his father wouldn't be able to make it because he was very sick. He was home sick in bed. So John says, well, you know, let's sit, and I'll tell you what Taco's doing and what we're up to. And we're sitting there for about a half hour having a conversation, and in walks Mr. White in his pajamas. I mean, he was in a rub, and he was sick. And I jumped up, and I went over, and I shook his hand, and I said, what are you doing here? You're sick. And he says to me, you drove all this way to see me. He says, so I had to come to see you. So he spent about an hour with me, and then he literally crawled out of the room. And I said to myself, who is this? I've never seen such grace in my life that this guy would get out of a sick bed to come and see the likes of me. You know, so that was my beginning of my love affair with this company. Because you see, what Taco's about is it's a business that needs to make money. And I think that's what the little disruption in this thing before we started was about. The company needs to make money if it's going to take care of people. It's not just about money, it's about meaning. You have to make meaning. And that's what Taco does.